Hey everybody, Jax here with another EDK tutorial. In this tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cover the basics of, well, the basics and the importance of color correction. And the way I'm going to do this is I think I'm going to just mess around with the lighting to show you guys the importance and the main details of color correction and what kind of effects it can have. Alrighty, so we look at this light a little bit more in depth. Go into light component and we look at the light color. What we have here is a little bit of a dirty yellow-ish color, and what that'll do is it creates a very warm and inviting environment. And what I actually just noticed was there's a color correction volume in this map. You notice when I come in here, the color is a more orangish, warm tone to it, which is more inviting than when you come out here. You get it more of a bluish sharp type color correction. And the purpose of this is to get people to feel more comfortable and safe in here, which allows you to control player behavior, which is really key in video game and specifically level design. So you want to be able to control your players, to know what they're going to do and how they're going to react. And so I actually did not even notice this color correction volume, but I'm glad I caught it. That's one way you can do it, is you can actually do a color correction volume. And people do that a lot, but another much more important way of doing it is with lighting. And as I mentioned before, this lighting is a kind of a yellowish tan type of color, which is a much more inviting color than blues and grays, those kinds of shades and colors. Now, let me just show you like an extreme of color. Okay, so we got a very warm color there. Let's go ahead and dump this into blue. Now you got the two extremes, and I'm just going to cover the basics, but what you got here is two extremes between a warm and inviting environment and an environment that you don't generally want players to either feel comfortable in, or you don't want them to stay there for long. It's meant to make players feel uneasy and give them a bit of a chill, I guess. And it's actually a very calming color. Very cold color, I should say. We got over here is exactly the opposite. It's a very warm and inviting color that people want to go to, and you guys can utilize that in your level design. Left 4 Dead does an excellent job of this. They use very bluish colors in most of the environment, but where they want the players to go, they use warm and inviting lighting to guide the players to where they want them to go. That's a very good example of how to use warm and inviting colors, sharp and cold colors as well. Another thing important about color correction is the use of power colors. Trying to think of a good example. If any of you have played Mirror's Edge, that's a great example. Their main color palette is white, and red. Red marks the places you're supposed to go, and white marks the places that is everywhere else. And so people go where there's red. And that's not only just trained by the game, like the game doesn't train you to believe that. It's already ingrained in our systems to go where red is. We're attracted to colors like that, red, orange, yellow, colors like that we're really attracted to. So use that as well. That's along the same lines of the this type of color and stuff like that. But you can also do that with your textures. You can manipulate the colors of your textures to elicit certain directions. And I believe that is it for this quick tip tutorial. Please take my advice to heart, because this is a very important part of level design. It changes your levels from being very confusing and people wanting to go places that they shouldn't be able to go, to going exactly where they want to go and feeling like they have chosen to go that direction. That is very important in level design, and it can make your level go from decent to amazing just by getting the color palette correct. And I believe that is it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for listening, and please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.